And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to SL Chennai Speaks Out. Just recently, Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi gave love marriages a big thumbs up and even said that inter-caste marriages and inter-religious marriages should be encouraged. But at the same time, not a week passes without some report or the other of some couple landing up in a police station to seek protection from their parents or their in-laws. Now, Tamil Nadu, the land of the self-respect movement, also has arguably the largest number of astrologers and matchmakers and matrimonial websites. And we're also home to a horoscope burning brigade. And in this season of love and romance, we are asking you, the people of Chennai, are love marriages more compatible than arranged marriages? To debate all this and more, we've got Sridhar Chandrasekhar, Vice President of HCL Technologies, Dr. Erilan, President of Youth Org and of the Rationalist Society. He's the one who actually burns horoscopes. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Vice President of the BJP here in Tamil Nadu, and Professor A.Z. Ranjit of MOP Vaishnav College, and of course a lot of distinguished people in the audience here as well. I prefer to call you the jury and not the audience. Without much ado, ma'am, why do you match horoscopes and not hearts?
Horoscopes indirectly matches the hearts.
How?
Yeah, because these stars, when this star matches that star, the life is very smoothful and very affectionate. And there is love after. You said it's season of love and romance. Yeah, I also accept it. It's season of love and romance, ever season, evergreen, after marriage. Yeah, so this definitely seeing the horoscope and matching is benefits the life, I say.
It's scientific.
Yeah, it's scientific. It's scientific. I'm a doctor. And I'm a doctor.
So I find that a bit ironic that you're a doctor and then do you go by scans or horoscopes?
Scans as well as horoscopes.
You're another doctor. You don't agree with her because you go around burning these horoscopes.
Simple. It's 1972. All the Nobel laureates joined together, issued a joint statement against horoscopes, saying that it is based upon people's desires and people's curiosity to know about the future should be condemned. It's from the 1971 Scientific Federation Committee issued by Nobel laureates. The basis of the horoscope, I would say, first is based on a geocentric theory, first bluff. Second, they say Navagragas. We have got only 8 planets. They consider Sun as a planet, Sun is a star. They consider Moon as a planet, Moon is a satellite. They don't have Uranus, Neptune, Pluto because they were discovered about 1940s. It was because 2000 years back. And they have 2 Rahu and Ketu. They're supposed to be invisible planets, it seems. It will engulf the sun and the moon to cause eclipse, it seems. So, fundamentally, it's a heliocentric concept, is truth. It is proved by Copernicus. You bring out the age-old concept and matching stars. How many stars? They say 27 stars. If you watch an open sky, do you see 27 stars? To open sky, millions of stars can be visualized. It takes 8 minutes for the sun rays to touch the body. It takes millions of years to touch star rays to touch the earth. At the point of time, I would say, ma'am, as a gynecologist, there are 10 stages of labor. When the patient gets delivered, the baby has to cross 10 stages of labor. Which time do you determine?
Which is the time of birth we determine. The time of the birth we determine.
Head of the baby is getting labor, or the fetus will be, or cutting the cord time, or the doctor in a government general hospital delivers about 27 deliveries in each.
Yeah.
Is medicine perfect science, as you would say?
Medicine is an inexact
science.
One point which I would like to answer, I mean, I'm not supporting her. They say with time you're questioning it. Generally, they say the elders, they say the very first appearance of the head, that's the time. Of course, those days probably they didn't have watches.
So if it's going to be a local time or Indian National Standard Time or International Standard Time.
It has to be a local time.
If you're going to say it's time, if you're going to say planets, lights are coming from the stars, if you're going to take the Greenway Meridian Time, International Standard Time, or the local time of the doctor, the watch International Standard Time.
Indian Standard Time. Why we have a standard time that has been desired by, we'll accept that. That has also been calculated and taken just like the blind zodiac.
Just calculate. Indian Standard Time, Meridian, Andaman Nicobar,
let's stick
it
to
has
marriage.
4 hours time.
Let's stick to marriage. Now, Dr. Erilan has given you a scientific basis for his, in fact, pastime burning horoscopes. Was,
I believe he himself will have an horoscope.
You have a horoscope?
Yeah, definitely. He'll.
I'm a product of a love marriage. I'm a product of 2 love marriages. How do I have a horoscope? I'm a product of two love marriages. My great-grandmother and great-grandmother are freedom fighters. They were an Indian freedom fighter.
even my
They met in a
grandparents
jail.
were freedom fighters.
They met in a jail and
No,
got
no, that
loved
is not
and
the
got
matter
married.
here.
My father's intercaste marriage product.
Doctor,
I don't have any horoscope per se.
Doctor, you are
Sir, you-
acknowledging yourself.
And that two things.
No.
Traditional way in which a marriage is solemnized. In
Well,
fact, a match is made. I mean,
yeah.
you're also a
Yeah,
parent
like,
apart from being a professor, an academician. You're also a parent.
Yes,
no, when you
I happen
when-
to be a Christian
No,
and
no.
my daughter's married to a Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
You have
So,
agreed.
but-
You've consented without any
yeah,
handles
we
initially.
arranged the marriage.
You arranged the marriage.
They loved and we arranged the marriage.
All right.
So that's exactly what I'm talking
I wanna
about.
ask you now-
The thing is, I'm not. Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Finish it.
I'm not talking about no, like don't fall in love. Like that's not possible. See, the thing is, you fall in love, you have a crush, it becomes heavier. Like, but the thing is, the marriage is not just between two people. It's between families. It's a society.
Sridhar, let me bring you in.
matter.
That's a valid point,
It's
Sridhar. Now,
yeah.
two consenting adults versus two consenting families. What's the problem?
No, I mean, actually there is a contradiction in what you said because it is a marriage between two families. What happens to the individuals is the question here.
No,
I know of instances where the families are extremely comfortable with each other. They arrange the marriage, an industrialist to an industrialist. It's very comfortable. Money marries money and they do the whole thing. Has anybody thought about the children, I mean the boy and the girl who are getting married, are they compatible? Have they tried
No,
it
in
out?
India,
Where is the
there-
romance in
About
this?
this, sorry, about this industrial marriage, the boy and the girl did not like the industries coming together. I don't think that's true. If that was not, if they didn't want this marriage, they would have stopped it. Like we people are these youngsters, like you guys.
Did you accept your child's marriage
Oh, yeah.
with an open heart initially, or was there a struggle?
We didn't have a fight, but we were a bit hesitant. Not like a Muslim and a Christian.
But now you're
like
happy. Now you're happy that they are married.
we have problems, but we are happy.
Happily married. They are
We
happily
have
married.
problems.
All right.
No, like
There could be
small
problems even if it was
not
arranged.
small problems because of this religion. Interreligious marriage, there is a problem. But the thing is, because these two children came to this family, both these girls went to that family, brought the families together. We were very hesitant meeting.
But that's harmony. That's what I call harmony.
Exactly. But the thing is, don't think that we are against you. We brought you up. When we give advice, sometimes when we say the problem starts when we say don't. Like this is not suitable for you. That's when you think I have a better choice. These old people are like nonsense.
Sir,
They don't have any
think we are
brains.
against you, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, now
it's
the
arranged
present.
marriage.
Do you believe that it should be left to the individuals concerned to find their life partners when they are mature enough to perhaps decide on their careers?
The point there remains, are they mature enough? Now, it's not wrong for an individual to select his or her companion. Because at
Absolutely.
the end of the day, marriage it's a far deeper, permanent relationship that we're talking about. And I personally have experienced it. Mine has been an arranged marriage. But then I guess I was one of those very few fortunate people who really grew to love my husband because we got to understand that we had to have a common foundation. And we thrashed out our, values and ethos and, there's always a common line. Now, personally, I do not, I do not oppose people who fall in love.
Those who've had bad experiences want to carry it. I want to ask you, ma'am, the way it is done sometimes, it happens in the movies as well, also in real life. The bride is paraded, the groom to-be sits there.
Hey, we are
prospective
talking
groom.
about
No, one
16th
second.
century,
It's still
man.
happening. It's still
Yeah.
happening. It's still happening. I know it's still happening. Coffee is served. So you will gauge compatibility over coffee being served. That's what's happening in many places even now. Forget the movies.
Another thing in love marriages, if one ring is asked, then she will be provided with a chain. If one rose is asked, she will be provided with a bouquet. But in real arranged marriages, a small cup of coffee, it starts with small cup of coffee with a
And ends with how many sovereigns?
no, not severance.
Ma'am, I understand, I'm sure families are very loving in arranged marriages. But what if a woman desires a man with a heart? How many sovereigns of gold is the family going to give her
It's
for
not
that?
measured only with the severance of gold. Actually, this is the tradition where the gold is given as a part of the
ma'am,
marriage.
where is the opportunity given for
but
the
this
girl
is,
to
this is
understand the
only for
groom?
economic safety. And they are provided with wealth for their future. And this is the tradition of our country.
How many of you believe it's the tradition of the country? How many of you agree with her? This is the tradition of the country. Show of hands.
It's a tradition of the country.
Yeah.
Not only the tradition.
No, even same girls will ask
It's not
their
only the tradition.
parents.
In the initial stages, both the couples, if they want to come out, they should have the social security and For that reason only they are giving the gold.
You go back to the 20th century now. What was the population of this country? What was the, wealth we had in terms of property, the land and other things, gold, whatever may be, the values of that. Less population, more things were there to distribute. So it was not demanded by somebody that you have to give me as a dowry or something like that. Not somebody was providing a security in advance. No. They had enough to distribute.
Sir, if you say it's a tradition or a culture, I would seriously disagree. Then you say you justify sati as a tradition.
No, that we are
then
not.
you satisfy child marriage as a tradition.
No.
It should be condemned. You are making a woman a slave.
All right. Point made, ma'am. What is your objection to his analogy?
No. What this is the gift given by the parents to the children for the future security. The tradition in India,
Yes, ma'am.
the tradition and economy, they have planned it like in that way, so that the people are not.
Let's hear the young lady out. Let's hear the young lady out. Ma'am,
Tradition
yes.
security,
Yes, yes.
future security, economic
Yes.
security, the girl have to give the dowry and not the boy. The boy can also give 30 sovereigns for economic security. Right?
You know, actually, they say that this practice of the boy giving. One second. This practice.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? See, the boy not giving anything, the girl giving. Let's understand this. Where it started and how it still works. The boy automatically gets the boy automatically. No, wait, please. The boy automatically gets a part of the property. The girl doesn't get. That was the situation. So that way,
The Supreme Court has ruled that clearly that
okay, fine. Now, how many of these people are going to be giving dowry, and
how many of you?
them are going to be
Show of
giving?
hands.
I will not give.
You will not
Yeah.
give.
I will not give.
Categorically.
Yeah.
How many will join her and say you will not give?
consider-
How many of you will not give dowry among the young women here?
How many of you will not get? How many of you will not get dowry?
We will not
Even
encourage.
when offered.
We will not
Even when
encourage.
offered. No, that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it.
Mine is love come arranged marriage.
Okay. What is that love come arranged marriage?
This,
They allowed and parents are-
Parents made the arrangements. They organized the reception.
That's the beauty of it.
I don't want to like do what the other guys just run and go have marriage in somewhere in the temple or something. I don't want to do it. I want to say, see, I have done a mistake because
What is the mistake?
mistake means because I'm not able to fulfill my parents. I'm not able to fulfill my
Do you
parents.
regret having a love marriage?
No, see.
What was the mistake you were referring to?
Referring you means my parents. See, my parents, they have born. I mean, they bought me, and for work and everything, they have struggled. At last, like they will be having some thinking, like my son has to get married like this, and what they're planning. But mine was entirely different from there. So I have not
You have a
fulfilled.
right to think like that, sir. It
No,
is
but
not
why didn't
unfair
you
on
think
their
of
part
this?
they expect like that.
Didn't you think of this when you were falling in love?
That time I didn't think.
You didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't think.
All right.
That's what I want. The purpose is only to reproduce, biologically speaking, for survival of the existent, right? For a male to be attracted to a female is a natural instinct, just like food, hunger, love is a natural instinct. This natural instinct will cut across religious barriers, will cut across caste barriers, will cut across dowry type of barriers. So this, you want to put down this natural instincts, it's very difficult. Whether it's going to be love marriages or arranged marriages. The compatibility decides how far the same person is falling in love with the same person again and again. Because it's before or after marriage. So the concept of love is a male eligible male and eligible female trying to choose his own partner for the lifetime.
Okay, fine.
Previously, why this arranged marriage came into existence?
In a-
200 years, 300 years back, you did marriages at the age of 18 or 17 years of age. Do you have maturity at that age? So parents came in. No. People are
I just want to make a point here.
25. Now this generation,
I just want to make a point here.
this generation,
Let him speak.
this generation is more mature enough than your generation. Take it.
No, that you'll have to agree.
That's
That you'll have to agree.
infatuation.
That today's generation is a lot more mature than.
No,
you don't agree.
No, I'm not.
Lot more mature.
No, not
Yes.
mature, but why?
Big bag,
No,
man.
one
No.
one
The
point.
thing is, maybe
Yeah,
you
one
have
thing, I
lot
just
more
want to make a point
equipment, but not maturity.
All right, on
One thing I want-
that
Maturity
controversy,
same,
on
sir,
that
remains the same.
controversial note, we'll contest that after. When we return, we'll slide into a short break now, and SL Chennai Speaks Out. When we return, we'll contest that very claim by Professor Ranjit.